step 2 are universal. It's to beautify, protect, preserve. Most finishes arrive to you in a can, and for decades we have become familiar with paints, varnishes, stains, dyes, all a messy situation in a can. Hard to keep clean and the lid secured, cans are not meant for the shop. They are cylinders, after all, designed to stack in a warehouse. They're round to help flow down a production line, and all you want to do is add a pop of color or protect a crib. Sure, you can use a glass jar, but it doesn't help the taste of your favorite beverage after storing varnish. It's time to stop the loss with Stop Loss bags. Preserve the fresh off-the-shelf quality of wood finishes with the specially formulated 3-ply construction. Prevent the loss of precious solvents while the gas barrier inhibits oxygen penetration into the bag. Each bag holds 1 quart or 1 liter. Easy to open, easy to close. No more prying off lids or pounding them back on. Stop Loss bags now available at Klingspor's Woodworking. Good morning. It's Tuesday, 11 o'clock in the morning, October 5th, I believe it is. This is Abrasive and Proud of It Live. I'm MikeZ.
I'm Chris, and welcome to the shop.
Thank you so much for joining us. We have a few things to mention as far as sales goes, but as you know, October is the Woodworking Extravaganza. And this year, we're going to be doing it virtually again. We won't be having the in-person event, but we will be doing it virtually at woodworkingextravaganza.com or the YouTube or Facebook channel you're watching now. It is presented by Klingspor's Woodworking Shop. It is October 18th through the 23rd, and there'll be lots of streaming demos, all kinds of videos coming up your way, so you'll be able to check all of that out. And there's your website for you.
I'm excited.
Absolutely. I'm tired already just thinking about it.
Understood.
So a few things that we have, new product, for instance, is the Stop Loss bags. The Stop Loss bag is that answer to the age-old question of how do you keep the rim on your can, your metal can, clean? How do you keep finish from skimming over inside that can? Stop Loss bags are a great way to do that. For instance, you can hold oils, alcohols, water-based, almost any kind of wood finish is available. You can put in these. Another great idea is the solvents, like isopropanol alcohol here in this picture. It's a good place to put solvents so they're easily pourable. There is a funnel that you can get for $8. It is a collapsible silicone funnel, so therefore you won't have any issues with any of the finish sticking to it and contaminating other bags that you may fill up. But the reason we bring this up, it is a new product to us. It has been around for a while, and it is we have a special price of $13.49 for 4 bags. So stop wasting your finish and keep that fresh, off-the-shelf finish in a bag, easy to pour.
Yeah, one cool thing, the way I could think to use that is if you make a custom stain or a custom paint that's unique to a customer or to you, well, you put the extra down in there and you're good to go. No more worries about will this match or will this won't. This is even a great way if you need to do touch up on a custom job you've done previously. You put that paint or that stain right in there and you always got that. You can put the customer's name. A lot of ways to use that. Pretty exciting.
Absolutely. One of the best ways is in this picture here. The very middle of it is actually if you were painting, the house and you have different colors in different rooms, you can put the exact paint for there for touch-ups later in the bag, keeps it fresh much longer. And in my case here, you don't have a little bit of finish laying in a can that's taking up more space than, say, a bag would. So it's a great product. And the only reason that we're telling you about it is because we think it'll benefit you in the shop, getting
Yep.
rid of the space that those metal cans take up. And really, as I do research on this, and I kind of found it funny that metal cans really are designed more for the distribution and manufacturing process than they are for your shop. Once they get
Yep.
to your shop, you can do whatever you want. And honestly, get rid of the metal can if you can. Go recycle it and use a stop loss bag. That way, you'll save a lot more finish and not have to be throwing out hazardous waste.
Yep. And they'll store just about anywhere except for on top of a bed of nails.
Well, that's good information to know.
Yeah.
Also, this whole month, ArborTech has select tools. So if you're into power carving or looking to get into it, now is a great time to save on 10% on select tools. Everything pretty much in their lineup except for their new Precision Mini ball gouge, and the Precision Mini set is included in this. So great opportunity to get started if you hadn't already, or if you're looking for an upgrade to accessories you may already have.
Yeah, and I think last year's extravaganza, we had Mr. Paul Rolfe demonstrate a couple of those Arbortech tools.
Absolutely. And the
So go
video
check
is
that
on
out.
YouTube.
If you're curious
Yeah.
how those things how they're used, go check them out.
Absolutely. And you don't have to use the collapsible funnel just for the stop loss bags. They're also very handy for other uses in the house. So I just thought of that.
Oh, let's rewind. Anything else we want to talk about stop loss? Okay.
No, of course not. That was it. I just thought of it
Well,
as I'm sitting here doing this.
hey,
Ooh.
well, that's all that matters.
Green Tech sheets, don't forget, new Green Tech sheets are available, not just only in the disc form. You can get yours now at woodworkingshop.com or call us at 800-228-0000.
Now, are these available in the full grit range?
They are available in the full grit range.
Well, I'll tell you, if you haven't had a chance to use the Green Tech and you do any kind of marine or paint or even bare wood sanding, well, you're missing out. Probably one of the newest and coolest products we've got on our shelves, and it is quickly becoming a favorite in a lot of shops.
We have a very interesting comment, and this is a good idea. Stop loss bags sound great. Although I love the skim on the paint, I make flowers out of them. That is cool. So maybe not all of the finishes will skim over, and some you want to keep without skimming.
Well, that's what happens when you talk to somebody who's artistic.
There you go. Now, do you have a stop loss bag there so people can get an idea of what 1 quart or 1 liter would look like? There you go. So it is a high recommendation to write on the bag before filling it. So therefore you can, write flat and legibly. But a Sharpie would work just fine. Sorry, a magic marker of any type.
Also, it does give you warnings on the back.
Oh, good. We need warnings.
Well, this helps ensure you're not putting a product or a solvent in there that, you come back and your finish is all over the shelf. So,
Yeah.
ooh,
Oh, there you are.
maybe. Come on. There we go.
So another thing that we do have for the upcoming extravaganza and for our blog that we have at woodworkingshop.com is going to be the disc comparison chart. We've upgraded this to include some of the newer items that we have, like Green Tech. But basically, this chart will be available on our website. So if you're looking through trying to figure out which disc would be best for you in your application, that's how we define all of our abrasives, is what's best for your application. Then this chart will help you out get an idea of what to expect.
Yeah, because that's a big area of sort of confusion. Is people talk about different methods and different what to look for in a disc, and as woodworkers, some cases we want to look for aggression, in other cases we need to look for what it's going to do to the surface of the wood in regards to being able to put a good finish on there. And
Absolutely.
aggression is not what you want when you're trying to put a finish, and a finishing disc is not what you want when you're trying to be aggressive and surface and remove material.
Yep.
So keeping that in mind, that'll help, along the way, figure out what the disc is right for you.
Absolutely. And each one has, so we have a lot of materials at Klingspor's Woodworking Shop from Klingspor abrasives, and a lot of those materials have specific purposes. So what we try to do is make sure that whatever your application is, we try to get you the correct coated abrasive to make that work the best for you.
And a lot of times it's a mix of different materials based on your complete application.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of times there isn't one that's going to work for every grit in the range of what you're doing. Sometimes, depending on if you've got contours, if you want a straight flat finish, everything is a variable into it to make it the best finish possible.
Yeah, if you're starting out and you're going to surface a slab and take it from rough all the way up to to a really high polished finish,
Mhm.
well, you're not going to use the same product throughout the whole range. So we'll
Very
we'll
true.
switch you up. That's why it's important to give us a call, chat with us online, and we can help you dial in the right disc for your application. If we start asking a lot of questions, don't get upset with us. We're trying to help you. We want to get you the right thing.
Yep, that'll be the first thing that you will run into is that we will ask you the question, what is your application? Because that makes the biggest difference on anything and everyone we talk to. There isn't one disc that works the best for all.
Yeah.
That is just, or any material, I should say, not just disc, but sheets, rolls. There isn't one material that is the best for everything. There's definitely highlights and lowlights depending on your application. So I just found out about this sale.
Hmm.
You're okay. So I just got to make sure I hear this right because you're our CNC guy. You're the CNC expert for us, and you send me these things, and then I look at them and I say, okay, you're telling me that since right now small routers are kind of hard to come by. Okay, there's a little bit of a shortage, I'd say.
Hmm.
That these machines here that require that Next Wave CNC is offering a free 2 horsepower water cooled spindle if you purchase either one of these Shark models.
Yep, that is for the HD 510 and 520 only. But get that, and you can download the mail-in rebate, and they'll send you a spindle. That'd save you almost $800.
And you wouldn't have to worry about changing out the router motor if you decide to use this for production purposes, because that will eventually wear out. But a spindle lasts a much longer time, doesn't it?
It does. Spindles are not only more durable, but they're also quieter. If you've ever heard a router, you'll understand. Switching over to a spindle, it's you barely hear it. And then the fact that it's water cooled, so it does include its water lines, the pump, the bucket, everything you need to get started. Just fill out that form, and they'll get it all to you.
That is awesome. So, yep, that is a worthwhile checkout. And on top of that, during the extravaganza, which we will go over here in just a minute, there's going to be even more of an opportunity to save money on those two items. Actually, isn't it the NWA lineup? We have a good deal coming up.
We got a lot of specials. We've worked with them, and they've come to the table with some really good stuff. And you'll have to just stay tuned to hear more about it. But definitely, if you're looking in to get into CNC, there's a lot of options out there that are cheap, and I mean cheap, not just in price but in quality. And so one of the key factors you're looking for in CNC is durability, rigidity, quality parts, and with them you get all of that and made in the USA. So um, if you're trying to support the old U.S. economy, that's a good way to do it. But they make a really good machine, and price point's real good for that market. So check it out. And the phone calls are already started. Did you hear that? So I'll have to call that customer back later. I mean, they're very interested in the hearing more about the CNC. So, but good products. Check them out. Next Wave, the HD 510 or 520. Get that free spindle.
Yep. And operators are standing by in North Carolina at 800-228-0000. So we'll take you for a quick run through. If you haven't been to our Woodworking Extravaganza website, it is woodworkingextravaganza.com. It is the 18th through the 23rd. But here you will find what's coming up. There is a calendar of events, so you can sign up and have an email reminder if you'd like to remind you, hey, this person's going to be on this day or they're talking about this topic. So, and it is hosted by the two gentlemen that are in front of you now. We apologize about that in advance. But the Woodworking Extravaganza, for those who don't know, it is our 21st annual and is our second virtual, but we normally give out free apples every year. There's always free demos, always great deals and sales. And so you can always check this out as far as the past events have been and see the videos that we had from last year's virtual event. But there's woodworking clubs that are involved in this, and then tons of vendors show up. So this year should be no different from any other year. We invite you to come join us the 18th through the 23rd. Definitely leave us comments, questions, anything that you would like us to cover or mention. By all means, that's what we're here for. That's what we want to do.
There's deals to be had and information to be given. So check it out, and let us know what you'd like to see there.
Absolutely. So, thank you for joining us today on Abrasive and Proud of It Live. If you have any questions, by all means, leave a comment below. We will get back to you on those. And if you have anything that you would like us to cover in future episodes, please let us know. I am MikeZ with Klingspor's Woodworking Shop.
I'm Chris, and hey, don't forget to go check out the website and sign up for those emails so you can get notified of those specials as well.
That's right, woodworkingextravaganza.com, October 18th through the 23rd. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you next Tuesday.